for brilliance. High level maintaining the building.
It's week 3 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Saints and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 3 and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our matchup here in this one, as so many do, revolves around the quarterback position. We've got an interesting pairing here.
And Brandon, I think each one might be trying to play some form of keep away from the other, because when you think about time of possession and what that means in a game, it's great if you're able to hold on to the football and run your offense at your pace. And it also helps to keep the other guy's offense on the sideline. That's your goal for the game.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here, and at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit. But it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Show a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Back to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Darnold on first down. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They'll run it here. This is and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Unfortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown! Giovanni Ricci. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play fake. Here's Dalton. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Panthers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They juked him, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. Looking long for Thomas.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. So Dalton now. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. This one taken in by Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. And it'll be Dalton again. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Olave holds it in. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That's Olave bringing in another one. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Dalton. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 70. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Luntz good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Stephon Diggs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Isaiah Pacheco with both of their touchdowns thus far as he scored twice on the ground. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Dalton off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He's got a man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 22, Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Caught on the slant. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. To throw here, Dalton. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 24. Now it's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Darnold. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Again, it's Kamara. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Trying the left side with Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.